need oxygen. We have oxygen, right? There's enough oxygen for everyone. Okay? As many humans as there are, that's how much oxygen there is. We're not running out. There is, contrary to fear-based lies, we have plenty of oxygen. Next is water. And we do have water. There's condensation. We can even collect our own water. We don't have a water problem. We might have a water collection problem. But you know what I did is I installed a watering catchment system in my home. So we all have ways to collect water. And so we don't have lack of water, just a fear of that's imposed. Okay, so we have water. Next, we have food. And maybe the outside world is creating food shortages and scarcity, but anyone can go grow food. Anyone, even in their apartment. There's this thing called the tower garden. If you live in a small apartment, anyone has access to food. Whether it's your community, whether it's a community garden, whether it's your patio, or whether it's your local farm, we all have access to food. And the next thing is shelter. And whether you have shelter that's yours, or you share shelter, or you have community shelter, shelter is everywhere. And we are all programmed to fear losing our shelter and safety. And many of us may have, but it's a choice, because somewhere shelter is always available, even though we might think that we don't have it. And then lastly, community. Again, you're never alone. There's always a community for you. And those things are what's needed for humans to survive. And anything beyond that is thriving. So I want you to take a look around your environment right now. Maybe look at some gadgets that you have. Maybe look at some extra comforts that you have. Maybe look at your refrigerator and your cabinets and your beds and your pillows and your automobile outside, or whatever you have, and just realize how abundant you already are. And because you have more than those 5 things, which is surviving. So can we just remind ourselves how we are thriving, even though we've been thinking that we're barely surviving? Oh, I'm in the poverty level and all that stuff. No, abundance is a state of mind. And if you're still thinking that you're barely surviving, guess what you're attracting more of? What vibration are you in? Okay, so if you came in here saying, I want to know how to align with abundance because I feel scarce, I want you to check yourself right now, because you're always manifesting. You're always sending out boomerangs of desire from your current identity. Not just what you think with your conscious mind, but what you're programmed on the unconscious level. Okay? So, here are some common blocks to financial flow, which are limiting beliefs. Okay? It's not because it's far away and that you have to work really hard. It's just the beliefs that were programmed. You may have grown up in your family field, and you may have heard, oh, money doesn't grow on trees, or I have to sacrifice so you can have food on your table. Thank you for that reminder. You're welcome. Yeah, and it's just a program. The truth is you are thriving. And if you think about your upbringing and how you watched your parents struggle, or they may have said things like, oh, we live on this side of the tracks and those people are on the other side of the tracks and we don't belong there. And so if you think about having the utmost abundance, and you want to connect with that, your unconscious might send out some fears, because that very fear is programmed to stay belonging to your family. Because the truth is, we're programmed to belong. We're programmed to belong to our family, because the programming starts from 0 to 7 years old, right? And then it gets locked in, and our life just repeats patterns because we know that what we learned from 0 to 7 years old was survivable. And what we learned from 0 to 7 years old, because we must belong to our family, because the infant cannot survive outside the womb. We can't survive. We need to be fed, protected, nurtured. And we need to prove that we belong. It's very tribal. It's a primitive brain. Let's say that we belong to, let's say I'm a Reuben, so I belong to the Reuben tribe. But if I start rejecting everything I learned from my family, I believe that maybe my tribe doesn't believe I belong there, and they might reject me. Kind of like animals, Sometimes a mom rejects a litter, one of the litters. I used to run a dog rescue. I saved 7,000 dogs when I was at the helm as a director and founder. But occasionally we would rescue these litters, and sometimes the mom would reject one of the litters. Maybe because it was weaker, she didn't feel it belonged somehow. Then we would have to take it in and bottle feed it. And sometimes we would take one litter, one pup to another litter and try and introduce it to another nursing mother. And sometimes she would reject it and sometimes she would accept it. We'd have to keep trying and mask that puppy so she would think it's one of hers. So that's why, as humans, we have to mimic. We must belong. Otherwise, we may not survive. So it's a survival mechanism to be like them. And so if you suddenly if you came from a family that struggled to put food on the table and told the story that money doesn't grow on trees and people with money aren't like us, if you suddenly became rich, mirror neurons, of course, if you suddenly became rich, you might lose your belonging. Of course, you might not think that on a conscious level, but your unconscious does. And it'll do anything in its power to remain that you belong with your family. That's why most people who win the lottery, 75% of them go broke within the first 5 years. Because they haven't lost their broke ass identity, even with the amount of money in their bank account. So think about the subconscious patterns you grew up with, maybe even through your ancestors. Perhaps you grew up, your family came from a lot of hardship over generations. And you may hear the stories, we came from nothing. And we were persecuted. All sorts of things get coded into the DNA and the family structures to ensure your survival. Even past life events. You may have had past life events where you were persecuted for having wealth. Or past life events where it was always scarcity. Now, people sometimes can experience shame. I actually have a client who is very, very, very wealthy. And when we started working together, she felt guilt for having wealth. And we had to work on it. She would buy all these handbags and jewelry, and she was embarrassed to wear it out. Now she wears it with pride, and she's very philanthropic as well. Yet, she was ashamed of her incredible success. So it's so fun to let it go. So when you have it, you can actually enjoy it. And so think about some identity blocks that you might have. It could be a financial ceiling, but it's an energetic limit. Like maybe you keep going for, the next job, the next business, the next thing, and you can't seem to surpass some sort of glass ceiling, especially women, where we're programmed not on purpose, but a lot of us are programmed to not surpass the masculine. I've lived with this most of my life until I had to reprogram it. And this is the specialty work that I do, and we can also be helped through frequencies like these frequencies here. Help with that we're holding on to. So can anyone relate to some of these? Does anybody think when you want money and you imagine yourself having like unlimited abundance and having that life that you love, do you feel like some sort of guilt or shame, like you might be judged, or who might see you, like you're afraid to be seen, or you might hear a parent's voice or a father's voice? Hey Joanne, good to see you. You're just typing that into me, by the way. Yeah, sure, you can relate, Leslie. Good to see you as well. Yeah, and so you think about, will you still belong to your family? How will they view you if you just show up at a family reunion with your, luxury car and your, new clothes and your designer purse and like your fine goods and jewelry and diamonds? Not that you might be showboaty, but even if you don't have to show off. If you think about people who are super abundant, you don't see them showing off everything, like they're not wearing the name of the thing right on their shirts, right? They're not wearing Gucci or whatever, like t-shirts, right? It's subtle, because still there's some sort of like, how will I be viewed? Will they go, oh, aren't you high and mighty, or aren't you better than us, and all that? Think about that. Food is the big one for me. Must eat because we're starving in China or Africa. Yeah, that's what we've heard. And they're definitely pretty abundant there too. It's just kind of what we've been taught. So this is interesting. I actually had a client that couldn't figure out. She was a teacher. She was slightly overweight. And she had this fear of running out of food in her cabinet. So she always had food in her cabinet. And it was like a fear. And so when we unpacked it, we realized that her grandmother grew up, she was one of 9 children, in the Dust Bowl in the Great Depression. And so what was passed down to her through the DNA is that food is scarce. And so we had to reprogram that out of her so she can feel abundant with, the right amount of food and not have to overeat and feel like it's never enough. Gail, hey Gail, yes, I can relate. Money doesn't grow on trees. My parents at 87 just said that to me last week. And you're like, yes, I have a money tree in the backyard. Just because, literally abundance is everywhere. I have a lemon tree in my backyard and an apple tree and all this stuff. And I'm like, look at all this abundance. Abundance doesn't have to be money. Abundance comes in all forms. We were just assuming that it's one. Yes, well, I do. Exactly. So just think about what you might be saying to yourself under your breath when you want something. Hello, Kelty. Quiet luxury. That's how truly old money lives. Yeah. So Ultimate Abundance Prosperity Programming. This is the frequency-based album we are playing now to help recode your blueprint. So what is this album? It's not just music. It's a quantum coded frequency architecture designed to embed prosperity directly into your field. So by being around in this PEMF, in the scalar energy, in the sound energy, and being entangled with it right now, whether you're in the room or not, what it does, it's a 12 frequency album for deep vibrational rewiring of financial consciousness. So I do the work through the quantum field, through your superconscious, but this is also a part of that, right? And you can just do this in your own home and letting it entrain you. It uses the Tesla-inspired PMF and Rife technologies, scalar harmonics, and quantum waveform engineering, only through Chi Life. And these frequencies target the subconscious mind, cellular field, and bioenergetic centers related to receiving and self-worth. Because a lot of times we have this program of, I'm not worthy to have it, or I must prove my worth before I could just receive. Who's felt that before? I know I have. It's like I have to prove, I have to achieve something, I have to be perfect enough, I have to show for it, for my worth. And so what's inside here? There's the 12 frequencies, the tracks, basically: overflow field activation, releasing scarcity imprints, magnetic receiving mode, abundance embodiment codes, quantum gratitude accelerator, right? Because gratitude begets more gratitude, right? Divine inheritance frequency, because just by existing, you in your divinity, you are inherently abundant. And activation, hey, we're all salespeople in one way or another, whether we sell our ideas, to our bosses, to others, even when we try and convince someone which restaurant to go to, if like they want one and we want the other, like we're selling an idea, right? So wealth set point reset, abundance business blueprint, universal support grid, luxury consciousness upgrade, mission funded codes. It's so funny, this luxury consciousness upgrade. I was just talking about this the other day. I always thought myself as really practical, but I recently got a really luxurious car, and it was practical. It was like a Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xe. I literally just drove it home this weekend, and it was priced at $70,000 originally. I did get an amazing deal on it because I manifested it, but at the same time, the past version of myself wouldn't even consider getting this car, because I always said, oh, I'm really practical. I don't need that, right? And that was my identity. And I just used it as an excuse not to have things I would just love. And I swear, these luxury consciousness upgrade frequencies, they're like, sure, I can have that. Why not? And I literally went and got it. So mission funded codes, and compatible with chi coil speakers or headphones. You can have these frequencies alone, but you definitely want to plug them through the units to amplify that energy 100-fold. So here it is. This is special right now. If you have any of our technology units, this is on special. Literally, it's worth $15,000 as part of Chi Life private and mastery program. But right now, it's what is it? It's like $1997 on sale. So I can literally just put that in here. Oh, page not found. Let me find it for you, you guys. So I will literally find it here. It's under partner with us. Oh, sorry about that. Frequencies. Here it is. It's Ultimate Abundance. It's this one. And I'll just put it in here if you want to hang on to this link, if you're interested. But there you go. So that's where you can find that. But we're going to do a superconscious recode along with it. So how we do it, this is what I'm trained in specialty. I've worked with thousands of people. Many of you are actually here. And if you're here and you are have experienced a superconscious recode quantum healing from me, I would love for you to just share make sure you're typing it into everyone, but hey, share what you love about it, share your experience, share what it's done for you so far and how it has helped you. If we've worked together and you've been in one of my sessions and had this experience, or if you're in any one of my programs. By the way, I'm launching an app. So my founding members, some of you are here, are going through it right now. We're going to launch it very soon with frequencies and this work. Great experience. Superconscious is the best of the best. Thank you. Galit is the best recode specialist. Thank you, Kelty. Ivana, I was the same. I finally got the car I wanted because I decided I deserved it. And yes, it was only after I had a stupid life experience. So it still wasn't just because I love it. I had to didn't deserve it. Well, now it helped you align. You still took the action, and now you're aligned with that frequency of deserving it. You did. Good for you. Yeah, sometimes we just have to be it to see it. So you went and did it. And so if we're like looking at this stuff and we're like, oh, abundance frequencies, oh, it's a lot. Remember, it can be, but what is it going to do for you? So we can approach something from a scarcity mindset. So what are you willing to invest in yourself? Are you not worthy enough? And I don't want you to act irresponsibly and go out and buy a Lamborghini tomorrow. But I want you to think about how much you spend on things that don't activate your abundance, right? That keep you in survival, that are saying, I'm not worthy. I mean, literally going, this is funny because I've coached this with my clients, and it might sound funny to you, but if you opened up your underwear drawer or your sock drawer, what are you vibrating? Holes and stuff you never wear because, that don't fit you because you're not worthy of just going out and buying some new stuff that fit you? Look at your cabinet. Are you just going, I'm going to eat this crap food until I run out so I can buy stuff because I don't want it to go to waste? I'm going to put it in my body or give it to my children? What are you coding in? Everything is energy and vibration. Think about what you are sending out with your boomerangs out into the universe. So if you are worthy of it, are you aligned with that vibration and taking aligned action that aligns with the highest vibration of the abundant you? So, check yourself. You might give up some certain things that really don't bring you more abundance, that bring you that bring you more ill health, that bring you less, abundance comes in all sorts of ways. It comes in health, it comes in community, it comes in love, it comes in gifts, it comes in experiences. Why do we have to attach money systems? Because the new earth consciousness, money is a vibration, not paper that's backed by nothing. Think about that concept. Nope, I literally only have one material things I love. Good for you. There you go. Yeah. So, identify your old story. I never have enough. I have to work hard. It's a struggle. Those are old stories. They aren't real. Aren't there people in the world that just say, hey, I could just manifest abundance easily? And they do. So I want to tell you that you are always right. Tell your spouse right now, your significant other, your siblings, you see, I'm always right. Because if you believe it's going to be hard, you're right. If you believe that it comes to you easily, you're also right. If you believe that it's going to take a long time, you're right. Because you're always sending out a boomerang. Your focus creates your reality, and you'll get the same back. And you do it from the now moment. You do it from all levels of consciousness, whether you're aware of it or on a subconscious level through your old programming. So your unconscious doesn't know the difference if you tune into the emotion that abundance creates. So we're already starting the process. So everyone, I really appreciate those who are taking the time to type in the chat and participating, because you're getting the most out of this. So I just want everyone who's asleep at the wheel here, if you want to align with the utmost abundance, give me a 2 in the chat. Let me know you're awake. Let me know that, unless you're driving, let me know that you're here and ready to do this exercise with me, because we're starting the process. And this alone is already starting to, thank you. Look at all these beautiful shares. I really appreciate you. Beautiful. Ready to become a billionaire. What would you do with all those billions? I'm just curious. If you love it, you can have it. What would having that do for you? What would having that do for you? Because sometimes we think we need billions. And I'm not picking on you. Open up cheek oil centers. You only need 60,000 for that right now. It's going to go up, but right now, imagine you get a couple people, together, 30,000 each, or you get 3 people together, it's 20,000 each. Stand to make 1.2 million in the first year. Make your return on investment within 6 to 8 months. All right, so we'll talk about that if time permits. Travel, yeah, you don't need whatever. If you want to be a billionaire, you better be building your bunk. But yeah, I'm not picking. I'm just saying abundance. You don't need billions for abundance. But if you love it, you can have it. It's all about what. And some people are aligned vibrationally with billions. Because you see people out there being billionaires more than ever because they're vibrationally aligned. There's nothing wrong with it. We don't have to look at them, and I know people blame them and point the finger. And when you do that, you're placing the power outside of yourself. You are actually aligned with a low vibration when you look at people with money and send them hate. Believe it or not. I don't love you I don't like you. You're bad for having money. Yes, people use money for all sorts of reasons, but remember, maybe they're doing it out of fear and lack. Send them love. Send them love. All of them, because they're all a part of the collective consciousness that you're a part of. You're connected to them on the highest level of consciousness. So why not just be in love of that abundance energy? Because the truth is there's abundance for all. So check your frequency when it comes to others and what you're sending out. And if you're not sending out just, hey, there's love for everyone, there's abundance for everyone, that's that. Yeah, yes, multi-millions for global projects and sharing lifestyles vibrationally aligned, opportunities for expressions of love. Exactly. It doesn't matter. As long as you love it and never coming from lack. So we all have our own abundance number that we would just love, not from overcoming our lack, because remember, we're already abundant. We're thriving. So if everybody here are starting from square zero, we have those 5 things we need, and we're all thriving, and we're all just together here, collective consciousness, thriving together. How about we bask in that energy? And then it doesn't matter how one is having more than the other. Think about what you would love to experience as that abundant self. And that's it. You just have that experience. You may think, oh, I want to have this experience, but only money can give me that experience. You're actually limiting yourself so much. You're saying only money and only a certain amount in my bank account will give me that experience. What a limited perspective. I mean, what if someone gifts you something? What if you inherit a home? What if you inherit a business? What if you join a collective of community and everything is provided? Why do we have to give so much power to money that's just promissory note based in nothing? Because of programming. So I want you all to get out of thinking that money is the only way to be, that you can be abundant. And just align with vibration of abundance, and you'll see the universe start opening up for you in all sorts of ways that you didn't imagine. Let's say you would love to have your dream home, and you think, oh, it's just going to cost me millions. I have to save up. Is that the only way someone can have a home? So close your eyes, everyone, and I want you to tune into the emotion of just being universally abundant. Because remember, your unconscious doesn't know if you're imagining it or having that experience. And so you are actually coding in, your unconscious runs all the functions of your body, and it creates programs and neural pathways. So if you just align with an image or a feeling, or just use all your senses, that you're having an abundance experience that you would love. What is your ultimate abundance goal? How are you living life? If you could just create what you love and, money was no object, obviously you're more than surviving, you're thriving. What would you just love to experience? And, don't use money as a means. Go to the end. However it showed up, it's not your job to actually know how. It's the universe. The universe already knows how. You have to get out of your own way, but by stopping to think about how it has to show up, just trust. If I'm aligned in the vibration, the universe will show me my next action step, and then I just follow those breadcrumbs. And then, boom, it'll open up even more and more and more. That's literally how you align with abundance. So, acknowledge also, what would happen if you stay in your lack and scarcity frequency? You have a choice, starting here and now, where you can say, I choose to align with these abundance frequencies and the abundant identity that I choose to be. And remember that abundance is me. I am one with my abundant self. Or you can stay in the old programming and think about what would happen 3 months from now, 6 months from now. Imagine 1 year. What would that be if you align with the highest frequencies of abundance versus, watching the news, following the, crashes and the economy and the fears and the bickering and all that stuff? Where would your focus and energy go towards? Creating more abundance or creating more lack, depending on your choice. Okay? Do you see the difference? It's up to you, completely up to you. It's not up to circumstances outside of you, because you create your reality as the sovereign energy being that you are. So connect to that aligned end result. I choose to be the embodiment of flow and financial sovereignty. I want you to connect with that. Is anyone having a hard time connecting or believing that this is possible? Type in a 3 for me in the chat. Anyone, and it's okay. It happens because the immediate reaction is your unconscious wants to keep you the same. So it's going to throw a block, an energy block. Thanks for the share, Antoine. Appreciate you. Thank you. So this is an unconscious, natural response. If you choose the frequency of receiving abundance and acknowledge that abundance comes in many forms, and knowing you're already abundant and all your needs are met and much more, and your cup is overfloweth and you want to share abundance with others, and you're met with a certain block, fear, I want to ask you, what is it saying? The first thing that comes to mind, it might say, oh, you're not worthy. Or who do you think you are? Or you're an imposter. Or you can't have that. Others can have it, but not you. Or whatever it is. It might be telling you fibs. That comes from old programming. And that's a natural reaction because your unconscious's primary job is to keep you the same in the old patterns because it knows you survived. So whatever it's doing, just say thank you. Thank you, my unconscious mind, for trying to protect me. I know this isn't real. It's just a program that it's running. Because it's like an outdated computer. Remember those first Macintosh Apple computers? Those little tiny boxes with a small square screen? Don't get mad at the computer for not being able to generate AI. It can't. It's running an old program. You're going to have to create a new program. You need an upgrade. So that unconscious simply needs an upgrade. On age pension, up comes. How do you think that's going to happen? Doubting Thomas often lurking. Doubting Thomas. So yeah, but that's just thank your unconscious for telling you those stories and keeping you in limitation, because it knows you survived it and it's trying to keep you safe. It's just doing its job. But how about we give it a new program of limitless abundance? You don't know what you don't know. Who agrees? You don't know what you don't know. You thought something was going to show up in one way and it shows up in another way, and this whole new world opens up, of frequencies and all that. Who knew about this just, last year or 10 years ago, whatever? You don't know what you don't know. And suddenly your whole world opens up. So, in the same way, you don't know how abundant you could possibly be. So you have to allow to receive from your higher self, which is your superconscious, to reorganize the patterns and release limiting beliefs and reinforce that you are already abundant. So here's what we're going to do here. I'm going to do it now. I'm going to stop sharing with you and I'm going to have you close your eyes. This is a closed eye process. I simply intuitively read the collective field and give commands to release the blocks in the old programming. But you have to allow it in. You have to set the intention. If you think about the blocks of your abundant self, and let's say it's like a river of desire. You are at one side of the river, you want to flow towards the other side, but all these boulders are blocking your flow down the river to your abundant life, your abundant identity. If you could rate those boulders, 0 is I have no boulders, I'm flowing in abundance. Or 10, boy, these boulders are like, they're like mountains. They're really blocking me. So from 0 to 10, I want you to rate your own blocks. Like, how would you rate them if you could? First number that comes to mind, don't overthink it. And type it in the chat. And what we're going to do is dissolve those boulders as much as possible. How much is possible? It's up to your superconscious to decide the amount for you. There's no wrong or right. It's your experience and what you're ready for today. Some of you who've already done this before, your superconscious, oh, this is familiar. Some of you who, are like, bring it on, let's go. I'm willing to have the most. Just choose to receive the most out of this and dissolve as much as possible today. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for your shares. And this helps you understand your journey. We're going to obliterate those boulders and align with the highest vibrational self as much as possible today. So you close your eyes, you give me permission, I give Galit permission to access my superconscious field, and your superconscious does the work. I don't go in and do it for you. I talk to your superconscious for your highest good. Your superconscious is your highest self. It only does things for your highest good. Okay? The home that I love is next. Super exciting. Bring it. I'm open without limits. Thank you. I see all these numbers from 8, 7s. Love this, Cassandra. Thank you. 2 and 3. I love your energy. Thank you. We've got lots of numbers all across the board. I think we've got some 2 to 3s to some 8s. Yeah, it could be anything. And maybe some of you are sitting going, 10, I'm not even going to type that in. I'm 100. But there's no wrong or right. It's your journey and you're perfect as you are. It's just old programming. I just quit my job. Congrats. All right. Aligning with new abundant self. So closing our eyes, what we're going to do is receive. You might start yawning. You might feel tingling. You might feel energy, old memories, emotions. There's no wrong or right again. So you just close your eyes and receive. Don't operate any heavy machinery or drive. And let's go. So everyone close your eyes. It also works in replay. If you're watching this in replay, you're going and you're sped it up. This is the time to bring it down to regular speed, please. Thank you. All right, closing our eyes and receiving superconscious. I'm talking to your superconscious like a person. There's nothing for you to do except for feel. And you might not feel anything, and that's okay too. You're still receiving if you choose to. And superconscious, you see everyone's choice of the highest abundance vibration. Superconscious, become a vibrational match to the highest vibration of each individual here and in replay for the highest good. Create a treatment plan in the perfect order and way. And do a massive change history and everything is needed, aligning with the highest frequencies. I'm also going to do some quantum healing, applying quantum key codes anywhere in the body where needed, because everything is connected, including your chakras. So you might feel your chakras. I feel the throat right now. Let's clear that throat chakra. Let's align that heart chakra. And we'll do the safety first here in the chakras. The root. And the sacral chakra. The solar plexus. Or throat again. You're allowed to speak your truth and you are safe. Align with that. You're allowed to see the truth. You're allowed to receive. I want to treat past life programming, family constellation programming, that anything that has to do with scarcity and lack. With love and respect, flip it to abundance, identity in this lifetime, in this timeline. I am allowed, I am worthy. I choose to receive. I would just love to have it simply because I choose to align with the highest frequency of vibration of abundance, and I receive. Treat any fears and scarcity of the consequences of being abundance and responsibility that we believe it carries, and belief of abandonment, rejection beliefs, failure fears, success, fear of success, fear of being judged, fear of ridicule. Treat shame and guilt. Treat the imposter identity, the inner critic, the overthinker, the people pleaser. Treat any I'm not enough to have it. I am not worthy enough. I'm not desirable enough. I'm not useful enough. I don't provide enough value. I don't have the credentials. Superconscious, treat all those stories of incompleteness. Treat I'm not safe enough. Treat family history, go to the masculine, go to the paternal, and treat that lineage. That whole constellation. Good. Then go to I want to, for everyone here, it doesn't matter what your background or gender, but let's treat fear of surpassing the masculine or surpassing the paternal in the family, and when it comes to receiving an abundance. Treat fear of loss. So I'm just throwing out commands and then I'm letting the energy process because I feel that it's doing its thing out in the field. So I might like breathe funny or like I feel like strong energy passing through me. So, and you might feel it. Some of you don't feel anything. Some of you do. There's no wrong or right. You receive. We all receive it differently. I want to treat any past life events for being persecuted for having wealth or abundance. There's also a fear of being found out that I have enough or that I am wealthy or that I'm abundant. Treat parallel timelines as well. Treat that throat again. treat that identity that's a fixer identity, and treat any fear of receiving. There's a lot of givers here, but who is doing all the receiving if you guys are only giving? Treat any parts that need to set boundaries. Treat the victim identity. Treat future beliefs, world beliefs. Treat broken agreements, suffering contracts. Just breathe through it, whatever happens. You're doing great. A lot is being released in the field. Your boulders are dissolving. Treat emotions, treat future emotions, and treat the fear of unfamiliarity of the abundant identity. And ensure that all parts understand that being abundant is safe. And treat any beliefs that it must be a struggle, and treat any timeline beliefs. It takes too long, it's too late, not enough time, too fast. All the timeline beliefs. Thank you. Treat preconditions, definitions, world definitions, perception of self. Treat perception of abundance that is out of alignment. Thank you. Again, treat guilt, fear-based emotions, lack-based emotions, lack-based identities. We don't need those anymore. Where we're going. Treat body systems and meridians, any blocks to receiving and giving and abundance in the body, physical. Treat repressed emotions. Treat more preconditions on the world. There's a metaphor in the field. I want you to imagine that you're holding an old diary. This diary is full of hardships, of worries. There's even tear stains among the pages. I want you to close this diary. And I want you to send it love and acknowledge that that was all true at one point, and it doesn't diminish the past. Yet you have a choice to start a new diary in a new vibration. You can continue the old story and how it plays out in your life from victimhood, from the past, or you can choose a beautiful gold-leafed edges on the pages. What are those, beveled? I don't know what they're called, but that new diary with blank pages in its your new abundant identity story. How you show up, how you feel around others who are also abundant, how you attract people who are vibrationally aligned also with abundance, rather than feeling less than, which is perhaps the old story, feeling less than around people who are vibrationally aligned with abundance, feeling like you don't belong there. But this is a new, highly vibrational energy being that just attracts abundance in all sorts of ways. What new story are you going to tell in your diary about your abundant experiences and gratitude experiences about all that you receive? What are you going to put on these pages of these abundant experiences and all the adventures you're going to have from this new aligned perspective? Imagine what you are going to set out to create and experience so you can tell your diary all that you created. This is the new story. This is the new you. And it's not about trying, wishing, hoping. It is a vibrational alignment. So be it superconscious. Treat all the body systems, all priorities. Notice your posture is even different. Notice the facial expression on your face. Notice what you're wearing. Notice what your hair looks like. And if you caught a glimpse of yourself in the mirror, what would you look like? Superconscious, treat and vibrationally align with the highest vibration of this identity now. Bring this vibration to you now. Be it fully. You are this, and by being this first, you can align with the opportunities and possibilities that will show up for you starting today, starting right now. Superconscious, if there any more resistance to harmony. You see those boulders, your river of desire is flowing, and you feel safe. It's at a perfect pace for you. Whatever your journey down this river, in your river of abundance, having this experience, you're enjoying. You're not in a rush to get there because you're enjoying the journey. You're looking at the beauty of the water. You're looking at the abundance of fish. You're looking at the abundance of beauty and the nature and the sunshine hitting your face and the sound of the water, because it's not the destination. It's you here and now having the journey from your abundance perspective. And when you are there, you start seeing the abundance everywhere. It's unavoidable that you are sitting in abundance right now, and you have become a magnet for more abundant experiences. Superconscious, ground and anchor this identity back into the matrix of the universe, including everything we treated here today across all memories, timelines, and ego states. I want you to take some nice deep breaths. And I want you to tune into, as you come back into the room, take some nice breaths and ask what my boulders are now. How big, if any, do I still have boulders to abundance? Do I feel a lot more aligned with the vibration of abundance? What size, if you could just think about your boulders, and I feel like they're still even going lower with every breath. How would you rate these boulders now? Are they 0? Are they 1? Thank you, beautiful Rico. You're so welcome. Just tune into how you feel. Are you aligned? And I still feel some more waves coming through. So like 1 is just coming right now. You'll see it on my face. 8-2, that is awesome. It's going down even more now because something else just shifted in the field. Whew, that was big. Thanks for that share. How is that? I'm going to, as you're coming back to and thinking about that vibrational alignment with abundance, and if you think about what it's like to have all the abundance that you would love and how it feels more attainable to you. You're so welcome, Evelyn. Thanks, Maria. Just notice your boulders. And as you do that, 6-1, that's amazing. I'm going to go back here and I'm going to continue looking at your comments. Beautifully read. Good. Just notice you were at 7. What are you at now? 8-1. Antoine, that's huge. So closing invitation and next steps. Here's what we'll do. Let's see if this link works. Here's my email. Galit at chilifestore.com. Just email me here. My email, I have another email, which is info at, if you guys want to do any one-on-ones with me, you're welcome to do that as well. That's my email. But if you want to schedule a free call, no, that's not opening for me. Here we go. If you want to schedule a call, if you want a one-on-one with me, it's $249 for a one-on-one, the first one, and then we can talk about packages. And it's extremely high-end coaching where you go deep into your unconscious blocks personally. Thank you always. So again, so let me just stop share and get my link real quick to book a call with me. You know what? I do have some spots. They are limited right now. But if you're interested in the business model, if you want to be a practitioner to work with frequencies, let me give you a link. And I'll put it in here. It's free to just book a 30-minute free call to explore what's possible. If you already know you want a one-on-one session with me, like a first one-on-one with me, let me give you that link as well. I don't want to confuse you with like so many links, but just so you're aware, there's possibilities you might already feel called to do something. And ask yourself, what am I called to do the most? And that's usually your answer. So I'm going to do a couple things here. I'm going to put my, oh please, it's making me log in. Tech, guys, tech. Here we go. You know that where you use the frequency. So there's limited spots there, but I'm gonna get you another link if anyone knows they just want a one-on-one record from me. My first session is $249. That's just an introductory. But if anyone wants to know more about the business, I invite you all to come in and Dana, are we able to let everyone in and ask questions? We just have a few minutes. If you have questions, I'm going to read the chat first, and I'm going to just copy the first one-on-one. Where the heck is it? I have no idea. Event types. I'll have to get it to you because after these sessions I'm loopy. So, show more. Yeah, that's why tech is like not working for me and stuff. It is, but it's just that I'm like coming down from like another planet. Okay. I just put the one-on-one link if you want to do a one-on-one with me, if it's your first one. I put a free online discovery call if you want to know more about frequency technology. And does anybody want links to buy anything else? Let me know. And if anyone wants to go ahead and ask questions, I invite you. We have a few minutes, and I would also like to know what the colored lights are. That is a great question. So let me just show you that real quick, just so you understand what we've got. And I'm just going to show you a little bit about what we have. Because this might be new to some of you. So, and then I'll take a look at all how much. Oh, sorry. Okay, so this is the, no, is this it? Yeah, this is Chi Coil Aura. So it's high dose PEMF frequencies that you entangled with. It's quantum sound. It has Rife frequencies if you're familiar. And if you're not familiar, you can go, like NASA has done a lot of studies with PEMF. They have a whole array of studies. Also, PubMed.gov has a lot of studies. Rife, if you are familiar with Royal Rife, thank you. Yeah, and that's the page. Light therapy, gem resonance, and so if instead of joining the VIP waitlist, reach out to me for getting one, because the link that we put here will get you somewhere else. So I prefer not to put these links in, Dana. I prefer that you just ask me for it and I'll give it to you. And that would make it a lot easier. So you don't have to wait, and then it'll take you on a roundabout way to book calls, but it won't be with me. And I appreciate it if you have it with me if you're here on the call. Does that make sense, Dana? So that's what this is, but you can find it here. Because if you go here, guys, and it says book consultation, it won't be with me. And if you're here, I'd love to have you reach out. If you're already working with someone, then yes, please reach out to them. That would be good. Okay, so this is what it helped. There's a little video here, but light therapy, gem resonance. Each one of these corners has a gemstone. They come automatically with quartz, but there's others, but automatically with quartz. Okay, and scalar energy when you're in the field. So it comes with a yin and a yang coil. There is financing possibilities if you are interested. If you are a chiropractor, a doctor, sports medicine, veterinarian, animals. I use this for animals. There's frequency for just about anything under the sun. If you even want to, maybe you're not any of these and you would like to be a practitioner, you can totally become certified, have one of these machines, and yeah, ask me if you want. You get protection. Ask me if you're interested in financing. We can assist you with that. And so one of these, I'll just show you if you were interested. I'm sorry, I'm making myself dizzy. If you want to buy, we start with a set with a yin and yang, and that's $16,995. And again, we do have payment plans. We have the full wellness centers, and they are, again, financing up to 50% for those. So I'll take you here. If you want, you can have over here and learn. You can even get a practitioner course. It's on sale right now. Let me know if you're interested in that. I'll get you signed up. And I also have this amazing, if you like my coaching, you can sign up for this. It's a do-it-yourself online course. It's meditations. You listen to 15 minutes a day, and it'll transform you like nothing else. And some of you have already done this in the chat and have experienced this. Let me know if that interests you as well. I'll put that here. So that's possible. And if you have questions, reach out. If you're not sure, oh my God, Galit, you're overwhelming me. There's so much I want. You can literally start with a handheld unit with one of these. This is more of a micro dose, and it's for beginners. It's only a yin coil, which is good for stress relief and small jobs. But if you're chronic and beyond or have high stress, I recommend these start with yin and yang. They have the gem resonance inside. They come with a lot of frequencies. The higher you go, the more frequencies you have. And so again, if you want to look at the frequencies that we were working with, this one, the ultimate abundance. It's the highest ones. You can go all the way up to ultimate not ultimate, but inner circle, which is like awesome for manifestation, abundance, money, career. You can have this on its own for all the frequencies, and with your unit, depending on the upgrade you get, depending on what unit you get. So let's say the beginner unit starts with the Rife and the quantum, the basic. Then it goes higher quantum. Advanced quantum is what practitioners love. It's all the biohacking, anti-aging. There's autism breakthrough, cancer conqueror, diabetes defender. If you want to help yourself and loved ones, imagine what's possible. Lyme liberator. All this is available in its own album. Muscle building, fat burn, all this stuff comes with these. And then this is our newest thing here, which is really fun, the Chi Wand. It's being shipped out in August. And this is gemstone resonance. Anything for kids have ADHD. Yes. Let me show you that. Oh, I keep going to this one. Somehow I'm drawn to it, you guys. Here we go. I think it's here. You can also, this is great for kids. They've tested this on kids and had great results. And if you want to learn more about the research, a lot of that is here. But also, you can do this kind of search, ADHD. But I recommend some of the units already come with this. Like if you get the Chi Coil, well, the auras will come with it. But if you get the Chi Coil Max, which is, there's a 3S and then the match. Links, please. Okay, yes. Sorry. So I'll send you this. Thanks. Sorry, Glenn. Thanks for the reminder. When will the app launch? My app, literally like, reach out. Couple weeks, as soon as I'm getting help to apply. This is cool. This is the return on investment calculator. Here, I'll show you the wellness center. If you go to technology, partner with us. Okay, so I want to show you this. I'll put this link in. This is our wellness center. Like it's a business in a box, brick and mortar. We finance up to 50%. This is where you get a full business plan, return on investment, up to 1.2 million in the first year, not up to, clear 1.2 million in the first year. And we have the whole business plan ready for you. And I guide you. I help people. There's one opening in Denver soon. I just worked with a client. I'm working with one in Florida. So we're getting these all over because this is we want to elevate consciousness. You can be even an absentee owner of this business if you want to make a difference, but you don't want to be there every day. It's an easy business to create. I want to show, without that much hands-on. And then I want to show you if you want to get started. Maybe you're a practitioner. Maybe you have a home office. Maybe you don't know where to start, but you want to quit your job and you want to start your own practitioner business. Maybe you want to rent a room at a massage clinic or a wellness center that's already renting. It's called a trade show retail license, but you don't have to. You could just do this. And you can start with a med bed. I have one. I'll show it to you in the next webinar. I'll show you how this works. But this is a resonant vibroacoustic med bed. When you lay on it, you feel the frequencies going through your body, and then you can attach the scalar energy. Each one of these have a range of 20 feet. And let me share this link with you of the Chi Coil. The Chi Coils over here is the Chi Coil Max. So that's this and this one. So you can attach them hope I'm going too fast. There will be a replay, but again, reach out to me. I'm happy to walk you through what's right for you, because we all have a different journey. And so then you get one of these in addition. You get the signage. You can rent these out. You get commissions. Like if someone buys one of these units, that's almost $2,000 for you, 20%. And you get almost $30,000 worth of value for $1,500. You can open a small office, and guess what? You're like, well, I don't know what I'm doing. Well, guess what? Get the practitioner course. You get certified in under 2 weeks, and you can start taking clients. Or you can augment what you're already doing. Or, I'm unstoppable here, guys. You can do this. You can even get bigger. You can even get one with an aura coil and 2 beds. So you can work on 2 people at once. Start frequencies on one table, go to the office and work with the other person. Go back and forth. Hey, how you doing? Checking in on you. And you can even go up 30% in commissions. And you get so much more. So it's endless of what's possible. Okay? So I know I covered a lot. Your head must be spinning. How's everyone feeling? If you're still here, are you going to reach out to me and introduce yourself? You can, I'm going to remove pin. You can show yourself on camera and just say anything you want to share here. If you want, I appreciate you. I know I did so much talking. I'll shut up now. You can unmute yourself if you want. Share anything you'd like. You don't be obligated. But I just want to ask how you're all feeling. Thank you, Bone. You're welcome. Thanks, Evelyn.
Thank you.
How you doing?
Good.
How you feeling? Are you feeling more abundant?
Yes, I like your nature too.
I appreciate you. Well, oops, that was Chi Life's phone. You know, I started out shy and not feeling worthy. So it took this kind of work to get me speaking in front of people, and I really appreciate this work because it will let go of limitations, because the limitations aren't real. They're just construct and belief systems. At your end result, you're a pure creative energy being. So we want you to align with your highest vibration and purpose and get out of your own way. And this is the fastest way I know how to do it. I've tried all sorts of things and nothing's worked this fast. Thank you so much, Lori. Thank you, Joanne. Thank you, Antoine. I feel amazing. I really needed this. Greetings, Galit. I just wanted to say thank you, and I'm feeling more abundant. Thank you, Donna. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you all. I'm feeling in awe how alignment is bringing to me. I love that, Irit. So lovely. And I really appreciate you all joining me live. You know, a lot of people sign up for things and never show up. You will receive the replay. Please look me up. You know, I'm on Facebook. Just my email. I'll put it in again. Drop me a line. Anybody want anything else? Any other links that you want again? I can't type. I'll put both my emails here. Info at. Okay. And I appreciate all of you. Thank you. Thank you. Any other shares? Just real quick, I haven't seen you guys type in your boulders. Remember your initial boulders? What are they now? Just type in a number for me, for those of you still here. Type in a number for those of you still here. Maybe you don't know your boulders. Let me ask you. Maybe instead of a number, Are you feeling more abundant, much more abundant? Is there anything in your way of just having what you want? Saya, so good to see your name here. Hello, hello. I see some familiar names. Some new, some not. Oh, I have to go to the next screen as well. Laura, good to see you. See some familiar names. I missed a bunch. Two to do with trust. Thank you, Galit. Very lovely. Bye for now. And I send you bye. I went over time by 5 minutes. I actually have another client. Sending you all love. So yeah, this client, I've worked with her for a couple of years. She's extremely successful in real estate. So together we manifested her dream home. We let go of guilt of being, in the multi-millions, and we make, business decisions together. We help her pets and all this stuff. And once you don't just need this work. You don't need this work. If you want this work, it's not about fixing you. It's about just being a master manifester. And once you just keep showing up, you're like, hey, what should we create next? And she's creating, youth. Oh, I forgot to unmute, it seems. You seem to fall asleep. That's okay, Show, and that's normal. Your unconscious, your conscious mind checks out so you can receive it. We're all different. I send you many, many thanks. I hope you're gonna reach out to me and that I hear from you in my inbox. Okay? Just say hi, make a connection, and ask any question. Bye, everyone. Thank you. And thank you to Dana or whoever is here helping me. I don't know. I think it's Dana or Simon or that's the Chi Life team. I appreciate all the support from the Chi Life team. So thank you, Chi Life, for making this possible. Bye.